Welcome to the Esmeric Art Studio. Today I want to talk a little bit about the different metals we are using in metal embossing. The first one is not really a metal, but it's becoming more and more popular, so I thought I'll just throw it into the mix. So it is metal tape. It comes in rolls that is 8 inches wide. This one is a very thin one. It's about 30 microns. And there's also a thick one available. It is about 100 microns, so definitely substantially thicker than the first one. And of course you also have the ones that you buy at your hardware store. These ones just tear very easily, but you know what, in the end it does the trick as well. And all covers in them. Oh, it's so shiny. So what you would typically do is you would just add some embellishments or letters, and then you would just add your tape over that, and then afterwards you will go in, you can use a pen or any other tools and just add some extra design scratch marks and things like that. So that's what you can do. You can also work on bigger projects, standalone projects like this angel. It's completely covered in metal tape, so the texture here as well as here I have added before I did the adhere it to the angel. And at the back, this what I've used here is the tape that you use when you're doing drywall. So I first add that, and then I added the metal tape over this. These are those little what do they call them, little bling that you buy from the dollar store. I've just added that and then cover it with the metal tape, and nobody will know what it is underneath there. So yeah, it's a big variety of things that you can do with the metal tape, and I think that is why it's becoming more and more popular. Next one is the colored aluminum foils. So they come in so many different colors. I don't even know how many colors they come in. What makes them so nice is because they are colored on the one side, and on the opposite side they are silver. So when you need a project to be finished very quickly, like for you forgot to do a gift for somebody, this is the way to go. You can do your design, sand it, seal it, and it is done. So this is a piece that I did. It's a copper colored one, and I've just run it through my embossing machine, and then I started sanding it away. And again, you can sand everything away, or you can leave some of the color in there. It all depends how you want the effect that you're looking for. This is another lid that I did where I've sanded everything down. This is another lid that I've done in black, and again I've just sanded it down where I feel necessary. Next one is aluminum foil. Definitely not the aluminum foil that we are using in our kitchens. This one is substantially thicker to that. When you look at cost, starting out with aluminum foil is definitely more cost effective than what it is to start out with pewter. They look very similar. It is just when you feel at the two, you can definitely feel a difference between the two. So as for example, I've done both of these with, oh now they're upside down. I've done these with, the one is aluminum and the other one is pewter. So when you look at it, you really don't see the difference between the two. Well, it's not so good with the light, but when you feel over it, this one is the pewter. It just have a more luxurious feel than what this one has that has been done with the aluminum foil. But you know, for the beginning it works, both of them works perfectly. Copper, I think out of all the metals, is the most difficult to work with, and I think the reason is just because it is not as pliable as what the others is, and it's also a little bit thicker. The gauge is a little bit thicker. I guess you can use thinner copper, but it won't hold up the design as much. So yeah, copper is another one. This is a journal cover that I did. It's a peacock leaf. I love peacocks. That I did a while back. So yeah, it's definitely it's very nice working in copper. Of course, the best one is, my opinion, is the pewter. So I get my pewter in big rolls. And when you look at the pewter, compared to the aluminum, just to give you an idea, there is not much difference when you look. This one keeps on falling. There's not much difference between the two when you look at it like this on the roll. The pewter comes in leaded pewter as well as in unleaded pewter. The leaded pewter is more pliable than what the unleaded is, but in the Esmeric art studio we just use unleaded pewter. So when you look at pewter as well, it can either stay shiny or it can have that tarnish look. So when it stays shiny, it just stays shiny, like this little bee. I didn't add the patina to it, I just polish it, I just need to finish it still off. So that one stays shiny. Compared to when you look at this bee, you will see that it's substantially darker, and that is because this one has gone through a patina process. So you add the patina, it oxidizes, and then you just wipe most of it off, and then you start polishing it back to a shine. So how much you shine it all depends on what your preference is. Some people shine it back to being very shiny. Others prefer to have a little bit of black there to give the idea of, you know, the aging pewter. So when you look at this one, for instance, you can see when you look at the wings there of between the butterfly, and when you look over there, you will actually see the darker spot, and here on the sides as well. Oh no, this side, you will see that as well. So that is when you leave the patina and you don't seal it, so it will tarnish over time. And when you think it's tarnished too much, you just go back and you just polish, and you just use plain silver polish, and you just polish it up to a shine. If you don't want to go through that process, then you're just going to seal it and it will stay the same. So I hope you've enjoyed the information on the different metals that we use in metal embossing. And always remember, the world of reality has its limits, the world of imagination is boundless.